Well, it's Wednesday. Okay, I'm lying. It's Thursday. I should have filmed stuff on Wednesday when I was going to gender clinic, and I didn't. I went with my best friend and they drove me there and drove me back, and it would have felt really weird and awkward me going, babe, can you fuck off for a bit? I just need to, So I didn't do that. That would have been really, really awkward, especially because I wanted to spend a day with them. To me, because it was such an important day, to me, I wanted it to be like a perfect day. To me, it was kind of like an important life event. So I wanted to be able to look back on this day in the future and think, yes, that was an amazing day. I didn't want it to be, I went to this appointment and they, told me my life was going to change. And then I went home and I had a bath and that was it. So instead what I did is I went with my best friend, as I say. He drove me up there. It was actually really quick. I planned that we could have up to 2.5 hours for traffic because it's taken me 3 before, although normally it should be an hour to an hour and a half, but I'm so used to traffic being there. I was like, we'll leave it this time, it'll be fine. We got there in pretty much the smallest time it's ever taken me to get there. Yeah, so we had a lot of time when we got there. Luckily I needed to go get some makeup from Boots because the one nearest to me no longer stocks NYX products very well, so yay, now I have to order them. We then also went and got some milkshakes from some place that we saw that was like absolutely amazing, and they were so tasty but very, very sickly. We're going to go to a French restaurant, and we got there and it's full of old people, which is fine, but it also meant it was full. So we went to some meze place, so a Greek restaurant, and it was absolutely amazing food. It was really, really delicious, and I wanted to do that as a thank you to him, and also to catch up. We then had a couple of hours to kill, so we went and got a drink and then went to the appointment. I was prepped for this shit. I was thinking this is going to be a 2-hour slog. I'm going to have to talk about everything. I'm going to have to justify everything. It's going to be a full psych evaluation. That's what I was fully expecting it to be. Then I go into the appointment and it's a guy I've seen before. So he was actually one of the people who did my first, well, not my first, but literally almost a year ago today, I had to see my clinician, who I still see, and I had to have a second opinion, and he was actually the person who did my second opinion. So he already kind of knew who I was, and he basically said, just tell me all the differences between when we saw last year and today. So I basically was I had this traumatic event happen, which then followed by this and this, but then everything else afterwards has been really, really good. They asked me how some things had affected me. Also, I've just noticed my towel is falling off my radiator and looks really horrible. I mean, not that it makes much difference because there's still a pile of shoes because I have nowhere to put them, but never mind. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, I had to basically just update him, and I told him on that, and then he was like, well, how are you doing in yourself? How's your mental health? Have you self-harmed? Is there anything wrong at the moment? And I was really honest. I said what had happened at the start of the year when I had a breakdown. He was like, well, how did you cope with that? How's your support network? And I was like, the person who's literally come with me today is the reason I got through all of this. They have somehow managed to deal with my crazy. So he then basically was like, what do you know about the surgery? It's well, I researched it a fair amount, and my clinician also told me most of what happens in the surgery. And so he was like, well, okay, tell me what you know of the operation. So I explained the operation. Then I got a lecture about how I should not smoke, but basically I really, really have to give up before surgery. In fact, I have to give up now, really. So I have. Actually, I did sort of last week. But yeah. So it was a lecture about that. And basically that's the biggest risk I could give myself. So no smoking. Shocker. And then after that, he basically said, yeah, I'm happy to put you forward for surgery. And I just went, what? Sorry. Whoa. What? And he was like, yeah, that's it. It's not anything intense today. It's just a conversation to see you know what's happening for surgery. You can then know that you're going to be okay for surgery, and I know that it's the right thing for you. So I was like, bitch, I was ready for like an hour-long assessment and this has been 20 minutes. So I walked back into the waiting room, my friend's there, and just kind of looks at me and is like, oh, you're done. And I'm like, let's go. And then the gender doctor person, I don't know what his actual title is, the person I saw left the room, and I just went, I need a drink. I really need a drink. And then basically we just went off for a drink, and I basically said that I'd been approved, it was all really good, and we had a couple of drinks and then drove back, and then went out for, I would say a couple, but quite a few more drinks and pizza, because I wanted to celebrate, because to me this is a massive deal. Although I still have to have one more assessment, to me this was the one that was scary, because the next one I'm just repeating what I did today, and I was terrified of yesterday. And I think he was probably the only person, my friend who went with me, was the only one who really knew how terrified I was. Because if I had been told no, I don't know how I would have dealt with it. This is like the big appointment, because if he had said no, I wouldn't have had a second one. And if he's saying yes, then it means the second one's probably going to agree, because I'm going to be repeating the same things. My story hasn't changed, my life hasn't changed. It's just telling someone new to get a different opinion. So for me, this was like a massive deal, and I am so grateful for my friend being there with me, taking time out of their life to drive me there and put up with me for not only an entire day, but pretty much putting up for me from 10 a.m. till 11 p.m. and just being there for me. I am a very, very lucky person. I'm really, really trying not to cry right now. So other than that, I've not done too much this week, so it's been my week off. I've kind of caught up with YouTube a little bit. I've filmed a few videos for my own channel, because I do kind of want to try and actually, you know, grow my channel over this year. My goal is only 250 subscribers by the end of the year, but you know, it'd be nice to get there. As you can see, I have actually started using my Surface tablet now. It's actually playing the Rail International Entity video I've done, which is coming out I think on Monday or Tuesday, because you know, I need to actually just release that. I've also been sort of sorting myself out a little bit, so I've still been sorting out my room, throwing away clothes that I don't, or giving to charity if I can, but a lot of them are in really, really bad condition. But yeah, getting rid of a lot of stuff that just isn't me anymore, or doesn't represent who I am. Yeah, I've just been trying to sort myself out really. Still doing exercise, so one of the things for surgery for me is I really, really need to lose weight. They have said it's slower to lose weight when you're on estrogen, so they're not expecting me to lose all the weight. There is some sort of wiggle room, but I'm really going to push for it, so I'm definitely doing my half an hour a day on my bike now. Definitely eating better as well, and yeah, I'm just really genuinely trying to sort myself out. It's been a journey. Not done too much else this week. I had counselling on Tuesday, still doing that. Actually sticking to that, so that's good. Trying to learn animation. That's something else I'm trying to do for someone else. They wanted like really, really simple animations. I was like, I've always wanted to do animation. I have a Surface, so why don't I get a Surface pen, which I meant to do a long, long time ago, and I'll try some animation for you. So I'm doing that. So that's really cool. I guess I've just been trying to relax as well. It's been relatively turbulent year since I started going to gender clinic, and I'm feeling pretty good now. What an amazing few days, and oh my god, like I totally nearly forgot before I went as well. I got new shoes, and I know this seems really odd for me to put in the video, but basically I've always found it quite hard to get shoes because my feet are relatively big, and I managed to find 2 pairs today that were actually relatively cheap and were quite nice. So just a pair of heels, nothing special. The other ones aren't that special either. They're very similar, but they've got a really like nice sequin heel. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that as another little thing that's been really nice, because I think both of these together were like £30, so I don't really spend a lot. But yeah, bye. Well, I guess me wearing Pokemon dresses is now a thing apparently, because this is like the 3rd day where I've worn a Pokemon dress. But actually, this is what I wore on Wednesday. It's just, I've washed it again and decided to wear it today. I had to take my Surface back today. There was something issue with the keyboard. They weren't sure if it was the keyboard or tablet. It turns out it's the tablet, so I'm getting a replacement tablet now, but it's good. I've also started to learn how to do animation, as you can see there. And it's not the best, and this is actually one I've done for someone, but it's literally my first ever animation. So I am trying something new, trying to develop a new skill whilst I've been off work. Whilst I'm off surgery, I'll probably master it, hopefully, so who knows. Also, I feel like I'm not really looking at the camera properly. I don't really know why, but oh well. Also, I just got myself dinner, so I'm a little distracted. I don't really have much more to add from yesterday, to be honest. I guess the only thing to add on that is that a friend who went with me on Wednesday has said they'll also see me the day after I've got my next appointment in March. Although that one won't be going out getting drunk, because I don't think he has the day off work the next day, and I definitely don't. So I said we'll just get pizza and watch a film or something, because that'll be like just as big a celebration. But I'm not as nervous for that one because I understand what I'm doing now. Hopefully by the time you've seen this as well, you've seen a better channel update up, trying to explain that I am trying to do this alongside both of my jobs, and hopefully I'll get to a point where I can keep both going consistently. I'm really enjoying my life. I'm really enjoying doing editing work. I'm really enjoying starting to do animation work, even though it's, you know, pretty basic right now, but at least I'm doing it and I'm learning. But yeah, I'm just really enjoying things. I don't really have much more to say, just I'm grateful for every single person who's in my life right now, and I thank you so much. Anyway, I hope you've had a lovely week and a lovely weekend, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. I may be wearing a cute Pokemon dress, but that was anything but adorable.